Hey, good morning. This is Linda Ray right here from Real Estate One on Main Street in Rochester. And we're going to bring you a guest today that we just absolutely adore, and I bet you know who she is. This is Kathy from the Neighborhood House right here in Rochester Hills.
Right.
And Paula Ray Johnston, my one and only daughter.
Hello, hello.
We'd like to talk to you today about what is one of our next ventures with Kathy. Kathy, you've asked us to do what?
We are asking you to fill a van with school supplies that will be distributed to over 400 kids in the local area.
Great.
It's surprising that many children need supplies. Is that correct? I think a lot of
Yeah.
people don't understand that in the Rochester community.
I think it's very true. People don't understand how much need there is in our local area. It turns out that about 25%, 1 in 4 people you walk past in our area, is actually underemployed, and they are not able to have a savings for emergencies or for these extra expenses for their kids. So we at Neighborhood House have been doing a school supply drive for many years, over 20 years, and this year we're going to pack that van, Linda Rhea van, with school supplies for our kids.
Kathy also is in charge of the pantry in Rochester as well.
Right.
Yes, and there's some needs there as well too.
Yes, the food pantry always needs staple food as well as donations so that we can purchase fresh produce and fresh meat and dairy products. So families coming to the pantry will receive 2 weeks worth of full food supplies as well as household items like personal care products. So we distribute enough food to cover about 250,000 meals a year, which again is sort of mind-blowing, but
And those are vetted, aren't they?
yes, they are.
Tell us the process a little bit about what that goes through.
Okay, sure. Normally someone will call us ahead of time and we will ask for identification from our area. We cover 100 square miles, which is Rochester, Rochester Hills, Auburn Hills, Oakland Township, and Leonard. So we'll ask for identification, for income information, and we sit down with folks and we actually go through their budget and we try to help them make sense of the finances they have.
Okay.
And then we also try to help them get better paying jobs so that they can move to a more sustainable lifestyle.
That's really wonderful.
That's great.
Paula, what are some of the items that you think that they need for school? I mean, that's on your website, right?
It is on
There's
our
a whole
website.
list
But
on your
what have we
website
been
of their needs. Are you talking more than just what they need for school? Are you talking clothes, shoes? What are you talking?
Well, that's a good question. This particular drive is school supplies.
Okay.
So we need backpacks. Binders are always a big item that we need. For the older kids, calculators. And for the younger kids, crayons and the simple things that...
Little scissors and things like that.
Yes,
Glue.
yes. So we need it all. We supply the kids according to their age, from preschool all the way up through 12th grade. So as they grow, their needs grow.
Absolutely.
And we specifically have volunteers that organize the supplies and put them into packaging that is appropriate to the age of the children.
As you mentioned about volunteers, do you need volunteers to help do these items and pack them?
Absolutely. So that can be acquired through our website also, which is ranh.org. We have a sign-up genius is what we do. So we will post the need for volunteers on the website. It's as easy as a click. Go in, put your name and your contact information, and the individual volunteering gets an email reminder when it's time to come help.
Is there a certain age? Can some of the high school kids help as well?
High school kids are welcome to help.
Is there an
yes.
age break there?
Yes, we prefer that kids helping are 12 and older,
Okay.
unless they come with a parent. Sometimes moms will bring the little ones, and they can help too.
Are those community hours for some of the older children that's looking for college community hours?
Yes.
That could be classified for that as well.
It is.
And
yes.
And giving back to your community is really important. And them understanding that, life is not always that easy.
Right. Right.
So I know one child in particular that I'm talking about.
Okay.
That I think I'm going to have him go help. We were going to do it last year, and then of course COVID came in, so things changed. Yeah.
Right.
So this year, do you know when you're going to just roughly, not you have to give me a specific date, but what time of like the month, beginning of the month, the end of the month before school starts? When do you guys plan on doing that?
The distribution is August 14th.
Okay.
We do, it will be at the location our pantry is at, 1315 North Pine Street.
Right.
And we are still going to do more or less a COVID prepared distribution. Last year we did it all outside in the parking lot. We had tents. It was a drive up. We had the supplies all displayed, and the family could say, we want that backpack, we want, my child is in 10th grade, they'd get the appropriate supplies brought right to their car. We partner with 2 other organizations for this event also. Neighborhood House provides all the school supplies, the backpacks, and so forth. But then there's another organization called Assistance League of Southeastern Michigan. They provide the same kids. We do all the vetting, we do all the registration for the families, and we do the backpacks. But they supply the kids with hoodies, socks, underwear, and hygiene kits.
Oh, that's good.
And we also are partnering with the Ascension Hospital. On August 2nd, we will be doing free health screenings and sports physicals. So when the family signs up at Neighborhood House, they have the option of signing up for their physicals on August 2nd and to come back and pick up their school supplies on August 14th.
That's something I had not heard before. That is
That is
great.
very helpful because if the kids
Yeah.
want to play sports, they really need that. And that would help financially big time, not even have to pay for a physician and making time off of work and everything else.
That's true, and it will be in the early evening, so for people who work days and need to bring their kids, it'll be a convenient time. And we made it August 2nd instead of August 14th because kids usually start playing sports around the 15th of
Absolutely,
August.
yes.
So they'll be able to get their sports physicals in time to be able to participate this fall.
Wow, you guys really cover every avenue.
Yes.
We really do try to do.
You get better every year, right?
Yes, we're always looking for new ideas,
Yes.
New ways we can serve our community, and it's more of the basics that we serve. We're not specialized like a drug rehab or a medical facility. It's really those basic things so you can go home and be there and be comfortable and have enough food to eat. And we have the clothes closet to provide clothing. So we want to make sure that our families are well cared for and that when those kids go to school, they're ready to learn.
Some of the things that we just take for granted every day, right?
Absolutely.
Paula, speak a little bit, 2 things I love the idea about the children. So if
Kids are my heart, yeah.
and if
Yeah.
the parents would shop now for their children when they do and pick up extras
Absolutely.
with their children and have their children maybe pick out things and show them how to start being community minded.
Absolutely. At a very young age, it's really important to teach them that. So when you're picking up your supplies, always just think of it as another child the same age and maybe duplicate what you're getting. That way you're not only taking care of your child, you're taking care of someone else's. And your children can see that. It's a great way. I know my son always looks for opportunity because he's been taught, whether it's someone just needing a hand putting your groceries in your car or taking the cart and say, can I take that bag for you? It's the little things that make a big difference. And he always gets comments, oh, your mom and dad raised you really well. And he goes, I do it because I need to do it because if I help someone else, I may get help when I need it. So it's kind of like you pass it forward type of thing,
That's
which is really
touching.
important.
A lot of those children, I think, would be surprised to learn that some other children don't have.
I was really surprised. My older son's much older, but I was really surprised when he was going through Van Hoosen and Adams, how many kids didn't have enough food to get through. And I
Right.
didn't know about the pantry, so when I seen things that were 10 for 10, I would just drop them off the door because the parents were very embarrassed and didn't want to know. So I just became like, shh, and here they are in the door. And we just left things because that last 2 weeks of the month, there was not enough food.
Right.
And I was really, really surprised, but I was also very grateful that I had the money to also help a couple of his friends in need.
Yeah.
And again, that's an example to your children, and you always want to show them, don't miss an opportunity to bless someone else.
But now they have the pantry, which is a much safer way to do that.
Well, it is, but those were specific children that I
Yes,
knew.
yes,
I knew
yeah.
very well, and you know, and when they would say, "Oh wow, can I have a sandwich for my brother?" when I go home, and I thought, "Oh, something's red flagging you
Something's
and
up,
saying you need to like step it up and really listen to what's going on."
Right.
So I always told them if they're, you know, mom would be working 2 jobs and just not making it, and I said, if you guys need something, there's always food here, and so I made sure. And it was just one of those things that really opened my eyes up because I didn't think that either.
Right.
And then as I got talking to him, he told me a couple other people, and I was like, wow. And then we kind of started doing some research of what can they do in our local community.
And
Right.
people can find the sauce in that shoes that never thought in a million years
Oh,
they'd be there.
absolutely.
That's absolutely true.
That's what we're doing, like with Women Habitat. There's many of these women who had wonderful, beautiful homes and everything that the rest of us all seem to have, and then all of a sudden illness hits or a death in the family, and all of a sudden it's not there.
The whole world changes.
So
yeah.
we need to pick up the people, not hand out, but hand up, right? And in our community, we have so many gracious people who help in so many ways. And I want to always remember to advise you or remind us that our house values are really based on our community values. So it's really great for everybody to pitch in and make sure our community continues to thrive. We really thank you, Kathy. You guys do such a fantastic job over there. And I really, in fact, I have some things in the car that I need to deliver, and that's, I'm always trying to remember the personal items.
Yes.
Somebody taught me that food is one thing, but the personal items, the
Toothpaste,
hygiene.
toothbrush, deodorant.
Yes.
Those, huge. I mean, think about when you go to buy it. I always think of that too. When I go to buy it, somebody else probably needs it at the same time.
Yep.
You know.
And you just assume they have it.
Right, and you know, one of the things is that when a person does get assistance, food assistance, that food assistance only helps for food. It does not help for those personal care items, and that is
Absolutely.
why the pantry provides all those personal care items, because somebody may be getting help with food, but those other items are very expensive and very necessary.
Very necessary,
Absolutely.
yeah. So I thank both of you gals for your time today,
you
and
so
I invite
much.
you, the public, please, 1002 North Main Street. You can drop off whatever you want for school supplies. You can drop off to the pantry, food supplies on Pine Street. And we're going to pack those vans, and we challenge you to help us do that. You see the backpacks behind us? They're kind of expensive. So if you see a backpack sale somewhere, I'm
Yes.
all ears. Share or private message me where we could go pick up several. And if you just pick up one, guys, you don't have to do a lot. If you just bring pencils or
right.
papers or crayons, we pile it all together. And like our bottle drive, it became like a mountain, right?
Oh, it was definitely a mountain.
It was amazing. It was amazing. So we can't do it alone, but together we can do amazing things. So you can reach me at 248-709-3786 or Paula
At 248-770-8661.
and Kathy.
248-651-5836.
So have a great day.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks in advance for filling our backpacks and filling the van.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.